garbage all around him and water is not available, power is not available, buses are crowded. It's a tremendous problem. He is extremely worried. What will happen to this economy in case, sir, you answer me immediately. Another fellow writes telling that I heard that you are doing extensive work in this. Can you kindly indicate how to open an account? This is something very... see, ours is a very fascinating country. I can... and then there is, of course, some interest among some press people, TV people. Of course, they are all in a hurry. This is one of the occasions where I had occasion to interact with large number of them, national level, and everybody is in a hurry. Everybody wants, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something, sir, something can you tell quickly. Some people ask, sir, we do not know anything about it at all. Can you please? So I have to do, like the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, I have to ask question and then answer them myself. I have got what you call FAQ, frequently asked questions. On 10 pages, I give it to them. Sir, some question from this, you assume you have asked. And then I have, everybody is in a hurry, nobody has time to read it, another thing. So there is something, and of course there is a last important point. I think we made a mistake. I mean the government of India made a mistake in terms of opening up the print and electronic media for hedge funds. I think some of these hedge funds, where from they have invested, where from these funds have come. They could have come from tax havens also. Ultimately, it is the owner who will decide what type of news to be given importance, not given importance. I do not know. I feel that media is something which we should not have opened up at all for global investment in such a, even it could be 10%, 5%, it doesn't matter. I think that is one area which requires a thorough rethink, because large number of even developed economies, they don't allow, media is an addiction, everybody knows. Media is an addiction, like everything else, you get used to a newspaper, you get used to it is more like having this smoking or something. So you also slowly what happens, people who write in the media begin to believe what they write. And people who read also begin to believe what they read. This is something very, very interesting. So slowly you begin to believe what is written there and what is shown, another thing. So this having global investment, we perhaps have to have that's a separate type of an issue. Then the next automatic question is, what is the amount? This is something we are very good at. We are fascinatingly good at in terms of sir, exact amount. Tell me. Sir, this is black money, but you have to tell me, sir, exactly. Is it 25,842 crores or 25,840? Because if it is 25,835, then you will not take any action. Because you told 25,840, but actually we found out it is only 25,835, so we cannot take any action. There are some people who go one step higher. Sir, do you have the list? As if, I am the, what you call global Interpol. Do you have a list, sir? What is the residential address of people? What is their PIN code? What is their PAN number? What is their dog surname? I am, finally, I am a professor doing some research work in one of the institutions. I am held totally responsible for completely bringing out and proving also. I feel there is a huge paraphernalia called Government of India. People totally forget about it. It's a huge thing. Government of India, which has got organs of several regulatory bodies. RBI is there, SEBI is there, FIU is there, Ministry of Finance is there. What is called North Block, South Block, as Palkiwala used to say, the progress of the country is blocked between the two blocks. All these, blocks are there. But suddenly, everybody is asking, where is the proof? Now, this is something very, very, of course, in a very simple way. You just go to, I have been to Zurich several times, don't for attending seminars and conferences. There are 3 Indian restaurants. 2 of them serve also dosa. You just go and sit there in a corner. Donnerstrasse, Appenstrasse, one of the 2 things. You will find, who is who of India coming there. Large number of political and business, I don't believe, you also will agree with me, they are not coming for skiing there. Skiing is a very complicated thing, Most of our politicians are too fat to ski, the whole Alps will go into the ocean. You go to this British Virgin Island or the Bahamas, so many of them come. They don't come for swimming. They can't swim. They will all sink only. Right? Why are they coming there? This is what you call elementary common sense. Large number of people visiting. You sit in that restaurant. Actually, I would rather suggest some IT people can be deputed. I'm sure a lot of enthusiasm will be there. As usual, files will start moving, whether 4 people should go for 8 days or 8 people should go for 4 days. So this type of debate will also be there. But you can send people, ask them to sit there, observe who is coming, why are they coming, what is the purpose. So there is nothing top secret or anything. You talk to bankers locally, they all say India is one of our what we call favorite customers. There is nothing. To the extent, I think we have quoted somewhere, the Swiss ambassador to India on the 60th anniversary of the treaty between India and Switzerland, he has spoken actually, telling that large number of Indians are having the, and some of these new developments might reduce it, but hopefully like that he has sort of mentioned it. It's nothing what one can call top secret or anything. And Hindi is one of the popular languages there. You should also know that. In the tram in the side, Hindi boards are there actually. It's very interesting. In Chennai or Bangalore, you don't find Hindi boards, but in Zurich you find. So there is nothing. So there is a huge amount of queries regarding what is the amount, where it is stashed, how it is stashed. How it is stashed is very elementary. We are very good at that. We have been doing it for, I don't know, 60 years. And actually, I would rather try to name it as, Nehruvian wealth. Everybody is, how did this come about? See, some of you may recall, particularly the aged group, we used to have tax rates, going up to 80%, 90%. We were running really a very, very tough regime in those days. And we had phenomenal amount of constraints in terms of import and export. So there is one simple mechanism is import-export gap. That is what is known as how much we claim we have exported and how much the other country claims they have received. The gap between that. This is one of the procedures of estimation. Over-invoicing and under-invoicing of. This we used to do with USSR also. So the left also is actively involved in this. This is one thing very important. This wealth is most secular wealth, I can assure you on that. There is no problem along with Christian, Muslim, Nadar, Yadav, Iyer, everybody is actively, enthusiastically involved. So this is something which you can be rest assured. This is something which you may loosely call a aggregate. There is no difficulty at all in that. Left, right, center, all are actively involved in this. So there is a question of how did it, so that is one. Second is large number of contracts, major contract, defense contract included, there is a commission. I am not revealing any top state secret or anything. Everybody knows it. Everybody who has ever associated themselves with government knows about it. It's a huge amount of, not all that commission is coming to India only. Part of it is kept abroad. And there is a large amount of, sports people, musicians, so many type of people who get various type of, they don't bring it. Because in those days, given the exorbitant amount of taxes, there is an incentive for you to keep it outside. You can always use it and various other type of thing. So there is so the question is whether it is different, there are 3 issues involved in this. What is the global amount of funds in this tax haven? That itself is a very, very complicated estimate. For instance, OECD says it is 1.5 trillion to 11.5 trillion. That is the aggregate global tax haven. The US telling 100 billion every year we are losing out due to tax haven because this money is going. Germany is telling 50 billion every year. The financial integrity, global financial integrity, they are estimating 1 trillion per year is going into tax havens. The Boston Consulting Group, they have come out with a figure of 7.3 trillion. So there are complicated estimational issues involved in that. And I am not just like that. I am actually a student of